So today we're going to work with text. So we're going to start off line 1 with your name, as always. We're going to come down here, and we're going to actually start working with writing words on our screens. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write text size. This is actually going to be like the font size. Okay, and we're going to start off with our size at about 20. So it'll show up well. I'm going to go over here and do a comment code, and this is going to be our font size. Okay, next one is going to be the color of the text. So for the first one, let's make it red. I'm going to go fill, and that is the default color. Semicolon. So we're going to do red text. Okay, our third line here is going to be our text in general. So we're going to write text. And we're going to start off with, you can see here, the message is going to be our first piece. So I'm going to write, you have to put it in quotes. So I'm going to write, hello world. The reason I'm writing this is this was the very first Java code in the 80s. So it's kind of a famous program here. So hello world. So I'm going to put comma, and then this is positioned on the lower left of the text. So let's put it at 100 and 100 on the screen. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the width and the height right now. And this is just, you can just put text. So right here, this is positioned at the lower left point, which is right here. And this right here would be over 100 and down 100. Okay, so this point right here is 100, 100. So if I make it larger, then it will be like more evident. So if I make it larger, that is still going to stay pinned right there, and this is going to grow in this direction. So if I type over here, let's crank this up to like 60. You can see that that position right there, that stayed there, and this just got bigger. Okay, so this right here is going to be your first snip. Your second snip, we're going to change the background a little bit. We're going to add a shape. Okay, so let's change the background. We'll pick all this down here. So remember that the way that codes go, the first things here are going to be the bottom layers, and then it's like stacking papers on top of that. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to say that this is background, and we'll make it a cyan background. So 0, 2, 5. Okay, nice cyan background. You can see. Okay. Now, let's say I want to put a white circle on there. Okay. So let's put a white circle right in the center of the screen. So we're going to go fill. I want no stroke because I don't want the black ring around it. So I type no stroke. If you want the black ring, you can leave the black ring. No stroke, and that just, you leave that empty. So this would be no black outline. Okay, the next one is going to be fill, and we want it white. It's going to be 255, 255, 255. Oops. White fill. Oops. Okay, and then we want an ellipse. Remember, ellipses are always pinned at the center. So let's make this ellipse at 200, 200. It'll be the center of the field, and we'll make it a really large ellipse. Let's do it 200 by 200 as well. Okay, it's going to be quite big. Okay, this is a large circle. Okay, I'm going to create a compound shape here. So I'm going to put a yellow square inside of this, and I kind of want the square to connect right here. Like we'll try and do our best to connect right here. And it's gonna, this is what I'm shooting for. Okay. So I'm gonna say that this is, I don't know, maybe let's say 120, something like that, 150. So we'll go fill, fill, and we're going to go 255, 55, 0. This will be a yellow fill, and then we're going to do rect. I'm going to go 150 and 150, and let's make this, I don't know, maybe 180 by 180. So that'll be a square. Let's see where that comes up. Okay, see that position is a little rough. So we want to move this back. Okay, and we want to move it up. 116, interesting. We want to move it up, and we want to shorten this down. Okay, and then make this the same. 63 maybe. I want it smaller than that. So maybe I'm going to bring it in quite a bit and then bring this one over down to 125 maybe. 24, 26. I'm playing with this now. I'm going to clear this. And I'm going to move this into the center of this, like a square egg yolk, just for fun. Okay. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this right here. Hello. Okay. I'm going to change this font. To say, I'm going to change the font to, let's make it 20, and we'll make the color, let's make it black. Okay, and we're going to change this to say fries. Okay, and I'm going to change this to, I'm going to move it over and drop it down. Okay, so this is two things that are layered on top of each other. Actually, three things. We have a blue background. You can see that's the first thing we threw down. We have a white circle. We have our yellow square, and then we have our text on top of that. So the last thing I'm going to do is clean up these I'm going to hit tab next to each of those to make them all line up. And I'm just going to bring this down just a little bit more because I want it right dead center. And that's going to be my second snip.